Are we good now? Perfect. So thanks everyone for coming to our computer club kickoff meeting. We're basically just going to go over who we are as your officers, what computer club is going to be doing this year, and then we're going to kind of break down the semester start CTF that we ran. Please fill out attendance. This will help us know like how many people were here, all of that fun stuff.
This is very important. If you don't want to attend, but you're in attendance, please do this, because this is how we get money. So the more people that attend, the more likely it is we get a lot of money to cool stuff. Maybe? All right. Attend and we'll find out.
Why did you skip? People gotta attend. Well, yeah, but we still got phones out.
If you couldn't scan the QR code for whatever reason, the link has now been posted in general on our Discord.
I forgot to ask, can everyone hear us okay? Yes. Perfect. Awesome. So computer club, we're basically, again, going to go over who we are and what we do. You got to click yours. I'm doing this so I can see. I'm Jackson. I'm the computer club president. I am a third-year cyber operation and network security major. And random fun fact about me, I can't see in 3D.
Hi, I'm Tyler. We are vice president. I'm a third-year cyber ops and NetSec major, just like Jackson. And I really like rats. I just think they're neat. Yeah.
I'm Tristan. I'm a second-year cyber operations student here, and I play the banjo.
My name is Michael. I am a master's student in the cyber defense program, and I play the piano.
I'm Galen. I'm in my fourth year here in cyber defense, and I like computers.
I'm Nick. I'm in the Masters of Computer Science program, first year, and I also play the piano.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Derringe. Hi, Sean. I'm also a third-year cyber operations student, and I play Roblox.
So yeah, basically what our year is going to look like is we're going to do a lot of meetings, just going over all sorts of stuff that we'll get to. We'll bring in some guest speakers, let them talk about like what they do at their jobs, maybe show off like some tools that they use or that idea, and just really let you guys know what's coming kind of after college in that idea and how both your classes and computer club can help prepare you for that next step. We also run competitions and events. That'll also be later in the slideshow too, but basically just another way to get hands-on experience doing this cyber stuff.
Have fun doing cyber stuff.
Yes. Would someone else like? I can take it, but someone else wants to. Perfect.
Yeah, so our club meetings are usually going to be in East Hall 100. So you've probably had a class there, maybe GS 100 or some of your introductory computer classes. We may be continuing in the TCB here until, well, as long as we get great attendance like we do tonight.
Yeah, so everyone make sure you keep showing up because this is a really nice building.
Yeah, and we're going to cover a very broad number of topics this year. We've merged the offensive security club, the defensive security club, the programming club, and tentatively the malware club as well into the computer club. So there will be a lot going on, and in the next few months, we're going to cover all sorts of topics in that sphere. So on top of those, we will also have, and we're shooting for once a month, we're going to have a local company come in and give a presentation on their operations. Maybe they'll highlight a tool that they use in their business. And so this is a way that we can work more directly with industry to bring more, to better prepare you guys for the things that you'll see and give you exposure to that.
And a lot of times these, oh, you want to go back?
That's on mine.
Oh, okay. A lot of times these employers are also looking for interns and other people that are like you guys and are really excited about cyber and want jobs that pay a lot of money. So they're hiring. They want to see you guys there. And that's honestly the easiest way to get jobs. I think we've had a few people get actual internships from these presentations. So feel free to actually talk to the people because they're hiring.
Yeah, it's an amazing networking opportunity for you guys as well. Plus, the more people that we get to come to these guest speakers, the more guest speakers we get to bring in that idea. Yeah.
So another new segment that we're adding to Computer Club this year, that I guess I'm piloting, is called This Week in Cyber, where we're going to tell you guys about what's going on in the cyber world this week. So this past month of August, we have had quite a few data breaches. So I believe just in the past week, we have had data breaches from big companies like Cloudflare, DoorDash, Samsung, Cisco, and Signal. And Signal, if you don't know, is supposed to be a very secure, like encrypted end-to-end company. Yeah, they just had a data breach, so you might want to check your keys. But moving on, we've also, who here has student loans? Just show of hands. If you have any student loans, feel free to raise it up high. Cool. Now, who here is also from Oklahoma? Do you have anyone? Darren? I regret to inform you, do you use Nelnet? Good. They just had a massive data breach that leaked 2.5 million students' personal data, including full name, address, email, phone number, and your full social security number. So, yeah.
Let's go.
Watch out for that, guys. But yes, that concludes This Week in Cyber. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a little segment that we do at each meeting just to like keep everyone updated. And yeah, it's going to be like a short 5-minute thing. Competitions and events. So like we talked about, we really want to make sure that you guys are able to get hands-on experience doing all the cyber. And so we're going to host a bunch of mocks, but then we also have teams that we take to regional and national competitions over all sorts of stuff. This is a bit of an info dump on this slide, but basically Cyber Conquest is going to be the first competition mock, whatever you want to call it, that DSU is going to run. Computer Club is going to run.
Yeah, so Cyber Conquest is the only one of these that we actually run at DSU. The rest of them are like public national competitions. So we will be putting on Cyber Conquest for people to have fun in, but the rest of them, like, we will send teams to.
Yeah, so Cyber Conquest is what we call purple teaming. It's where you're going to be attacking and defending at the same time. So while you are going out and pwning boxes and stuff like that, you're also going to want to make sure that people can't get into your boxes and that idea. We'll cover it more in one of our future meetings, going over competitions more in depth.
Also, be not afraid by the big scary names. You might have no clue what you're doing in a Kali box or trying to secure a random Linux machine you've never touched. That's okay. This is what that's for. We want new people to learn. That's what this is about. So if you know absolutely nothing, we want you. And
Cyber Conquest is a great place to learn because you have the ability of doing offense and defense. So lots of fun.
If the box you're defending is on fire and you cannot do anything, that's okay. Go pwn some other guy's box.
Nah,
you can also put
we
that
can
on
leave
that
fires.
Fire. And I respect that, but good luck.
So after that, we're moving more towards the defensive side of things. So CCDC, the Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition, is a national event that's put on. Basically, you get a bunch of different machines, and it's kind of like in a corporate environment where you have a bunch of active red teamers coming at you and trying to get into your boxes and trying to take down different services like your website or your email server, stuff like that. And when we say professional in parentheses there, that's only at like the regional and national competitions. When we do our mocks and stuff like that, it will be people from DSU.
Yeah.
There's students that like to hack.
And also, if you're really good and you really like doing defensive security stuff and you make it onto our CCDC team and your CCDC team happens to go to nationals like we did last year, you get a free trip to somewhere else. Last year we went to San Antonio, Texas and kind of just vacationed for 2 days while doing cyber on the side. Don't tell Tom that. It's a really fun experience. And I personally learned a ton by doing.
100%.
Question in the front.
That's super cool that you went to nationals for that one. Have historically DSU teams gone to other national competitions?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
DSU teams have gone to a few other national competitions. We've been to CCDC nationals, I think, 3 times.
I think it was 4.
Getting second and third in those times.
Whatever. All good. I saw 4 on the CCDC website, but
Could be 4.
There might be 4.
I could be mistaken.
I can't count.
We're pretty good.
But yeah, so on the CCDC side of things, we've been there 3 or 4 times. I think it's been 3 that we've actually placed.
Oh, that's it.
We got second in earlier, and then in 2019, I believe we got third. And then there was another time where we went and we were just a finalist. We didn't place. And then last year we ended up getting second again.
But regardless, every single team got a free vacation.
Yes, every single one of them.
And to chat with some sponsors that like just kind of offer you jobs, and it's great.
Yes,
So,
it's very fun. On the offensive side, we've got the collegiate penetration testing competition, CPTC. It's the same exact idea, but instead of defending, you're attacking. And then you're also writing up reports about like how you did it. That way you get that real world experience of what penetration testing kind of looks like. So it's going to be, here's a bunch of boxes in an environment. You and your team need to get in, tell us what you did, tell us what's vulnerable, write up a report about that, and then you're scored based on that report. And it kind of, goes based off of what you got into and how well you talked about it. I believe we've performed pretty well at that too, although I don't know the super specifics on that, like what we actually got and stuff.
I have no clue either. But we can probably hook you up if you're interested and hook you up with people who actually know more about that competition. So feel free to talk to us. We know people if we are not knowledgeable ourselves.
So then also we have competitive programming competitions. So who here likes programming? Yeah, you guys will like this one because it's just programming. You do that. So essentially the format is you get a bunch of problems. You have to solve them by writing code. We do informal competitions every once in a while just here at DSU. And then there are a few big ones elsewhere. The main one is ICPC, the International Collegiate Programming Competition. And that one kind of starts at regionals, goes all the way up to internationals. I believe we've sent a team to nationals before. They did pretty decently. But then the other one is run by DigiKey, the company that does a lot of technology stuff. And that one will be in October. So any juniors or seniors, get ready, be on the lookout for a sign up for that. And that one will send 2 teams of 4 people. So
That one we're in need of a lot of new people, right?
yeah.
Engineering, all that stuff.
So there are a few rules about who can go to the DigiKey one, and that includes any individual can only go twice. And so a lot of the people that are here have already been twice. So if you're a junior, even if you don't think you're that good at programming, you still have a pretty good chance of getting on the team.
And then I'm sure we've missed some competitions that like just do exist.
So we have a handful of other competitions that we do sometimes. So there's Ice Age. There's Hivestorm. There's NCL. There's like a bunch of other competitions that we might compete in. So yeah.
We'll be sure to let you know ahead of time. It's not just going to be like, hey, this weekend this thing is going on. You all should join.
Speaking of things that are happening soon, though, Cyber Conquest, so that one that we talked about that we are putting on, we are putting one on in October, probably October 8th. We are not 100% certain on that date yet, but
But we're pretty sure.
we're pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to sign up, scan this QR code. Yeah, we'll also post a link in Discord.
Yes, we will be posting a link in approximately 30 seconds.
One focus that we're going to have a lot for kind of this first semester and getting into it is making sure that we cover all levels of skill in cyber, because we don't want you to just join this competition, not be able to do anything because we haven't taught you yet, and then like not enjoy it, because that's no fun. But we also want to make sure that we're letting people that know what they're doing be able to do it as well. So we're actually going to be going through the first 4 meetings that we're putting on are going to be going over like these competitions and kind of walking you through a general game plan and that idea, showing you some stuff that way. And then we're going to be building the competition based off of those presentations. That way, like, we actually know that you guys have learned what we're covering, and it's not just a, hey, go find this really obscure exploit that no one really knows about yet, and get into the box. Do it now.
We want you guys to succeed.
Yes.
So if you didn't get that link, we also posted it on Discord. Speaking of Discord, Discord is one of our main methods of communication. So if you're not in our Discord, you should probably join it.
Does anyone not have Discord? Sean, we'll text you on Slack. Don't worry. Anyone else? Perfect. And that means everyone in here should have Discord, and everyone should be in that Discord. Every single one of you.
We're going to look you
count.
up.
We will count, and we will call you out.
Oh, awesome. If everyone's in that Discord already, then go to the next slide. Next slide.
So many of you are familiar with the CTF we ran to kick off the school year. We thought it'd be a fun way to get you involved, maybe teach you some new subjects if you're unfamiliar with the way CTFs work, and overall give you kind of a head start into your school year. So a couple of the things we covered.
A quick pause. Does anyone here not know what a CTF is? It is more than okay if you don't. Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah, but
We'll cover-
CTFs are essentially really quick because he's putting on a mic. Very short, like it's a section of challenges. We'll just splurge out like 20 different random things. There'll be strings, there'll be photos, there'll be links, there'll be websites, and you essentially just have to extract a flag of text. That'll be some gibberish characters, most likely in leet code if you know what that is, and send it back to us, and it's easy, except for finding the flag. That's the hard part. So sometimes you'll have to decrypt what the flag is saying. Sometimes you'll have to go into an image and look in the metadata to find a string of text. Sometimes you'll have to decode a packet from network transmission and the flag's in there. Any random cyber thing you can think of, that's a CTF.
It's a really great way to learn new skills because they're kind of like micro challenges just focus on that individual thing.
Yes. Does this work? Cool. I need my hands to type. So, sorry, going the wrong way. One of the things we covered that is in almost every CTF I've ever played is crypto and cipher challenges. These are a broad scope and category of challenges that cover anything from old ciphers to homemade ciphers to maybe broken RSA, because if any of you are familiar with key pair ciphers, if any one little piece is wrong, usually you can deduce what was encrypted by reverse engineering the cipher itself. So a lot of these take towards an aptitude of problem solving. If you can kind of deduce what you're looking at in a brief moment. So one of the things we did was we offered like the Caesar cipher. It looks like kind of a random string. However, all the punctuation is showing because punctuation is not something that can easily be shifted. But letters and numbers can be shifted thanks to modern computing. But Caesar cipher was an outdated cipher that was originally invented in Rome to transmit encoded messages a long time ago. This is like kind of the low bar to encryption, and some of the higher encryption challenges break down key pairs like I had mentioned. So tonight we're going to be looking at the other challenge put together for our CTF, and that one is Enigma, if I can go the right way. So one of the things that our challenge showed off was a random mysterious note with series of 5 letters and then some information. Many of you might be familiar with Enigma code. It was invented by the Germans in World War II and was meant to be an unbreakable cipher. Eventually, the British were able to deduce a method of breaking it down, and using original computers could brute force all the ways that Enigma could be encoded and won the war. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is looking at how do you solve one of these challenges. This challenge, you're given everything you need to essentially set up your Enigma machine to decode this flag. I copied all this from the CTF we ran, so if you've already solved this problem, there's no need to try and resolve it. But if any of you haven't solved it, I mean, you can always take a crack at it. So one of the tools that is kind of a Swiss Army knife of web app tools for your use in CTFs is CyberChef. It's a multi-purpose web app for trying essentially brute force combinations on encryption. So you can stack up different encryption methods to see if something is maybe twice encoded, or you can just pick a variety of things. So the thing you can do is you can look up Enigma in CyberChef. One of the things we're hoping to do tonight is get you a little bit more hands-on practice, because that's what we're about here, is trying to get people involved in a fun way so that they can learn hands-on activities, because that's the best way to learn. So this evening, we are going to run a couple of samples.
Get your laptops out.
Yeah, if everyone wants to pull out their computers, it might be doable on a phone. I can't guarantee it. But here is our challenge. We're going to break down how to solve Enigma hands-on.
The text has been posted in the Discord general chat, so you do not need to try and type it in by hand. That would be painful.
Thank you. And as we're going along, if you have the code, feel free to submit it at this QR code. So, what we have here is we have information regarding the way Enigma is set up.
Also,
M3.
A quick side note for everyone who would like to participate. We are seeing in live everyone who solves this and if they got it right or not. If you got it right, we got a few extra pieces of candy if anyone likes them. So first person gets a firm handshake from me. If you're online, sorry, I will give you a virtual firm handshake. But we also have candy, so we have tons. Please come get some and solve our challenge.
Cool.
Continue.
So, what we have provided to us is the method that Enigma used to encode this. M3, B, and then I, and then it's all Roman numerals for this. So you have 1, you have 3, you have 5. You have DSU, then you have 4, 19, and 21. If we flip over to CyberChef, and I assume we have some stuff going.
Does anyone have any questions quick? We want to make sure that we're not leaving anyone behind or anything. Awesome.
Fantastic. So, in CyberChef, can we all see that? Cool. We can look up Enigma. Enigma then gets pulled over and dropped in the center column. Since we are chefs, we have to concoct a recipe. Let's break this down a minute. I think I can slide this over. So, Enigma has many parts. It's a very complex cipher. One of the things is a model number. So, can any of you guess what model we're using tonight? Yeah, 3. Fantastic. The next pieces involve setting up different motors that used to run in the machine itself. So one is this reflector, and that is what's denoted by the B, because if you're clicking through the options as you're just going along, you'll see as you're clicking through, like, there's a whole lot of stuff that might involve letters, but you get down here and there's like, okay, there's just a few options. So my first instinct is to go to the place of most simple answers. I think it's got like Occam's razor or something. Go for the simplest solution first. Next, I would usually click through to find what produces Roman numerals, because if we're trying to do something with Roman numerals, I'd assume that you can find a place where they're all laid out. Next, you're given kind of a piece of interesting information. What you have to understand about the Enigma cipher is that it used to involve almost a typewriter with lots of moving rotors, and each time a rotor moved, it redid the entire encryption for the next letter. So as we're looking through this, we have to set up a D, an S, and a U. And then the next thing we're given is a series of numbers. And, oh, my bad, misclicked. Next thing we're given is a series of numbers. And one of the things is, I'm trying to remember, my bad, I put these in the wrong order because I didn't have this fully open. So what we have going on here is we're setting the initial value for the rotors in the machine. And that's what I would assume the DS and U are, because they're the first letter that's going to kick this off. The next thing we're given is this long string of numbers. Can any of you guess where they would be applied and how? Okay, all of them are less than 26. Our alphabet consists of letters A through Z and total 26 letters, so I would assume they can translate to letters given that that's the last piece on the board. One of the things you can do is you can look up like alphabet to number, and we can see we have a D, we have an S, and we have a U for 4, 19, and 21. So now that we have Enigma set up, all you have to do is plug in this long string.
So we're going to give you guys 2 minutes. Good luck. See if you do it on your own. Meanwhile, we're also going to be calling out names live. Feel free to come up if you want candy. If you don't, that's okay. I understand. Not everyone likes candy. Galen was going to put on music, but Galen doesn't have music.
Did you solve it?
Woo! First
You guys
solver.
Daniel Eager, come up. Bryston, Gwendolyn, you're already here. Julie Wilson, Tyler, Mobmaker is online. Will Borgers, Gabriel Servers, Ethan Hoff, yeah. Chris Davis, feel free to grab something. And keep them rolling. Also, Daniel Eager, you're welcome to claim your crisp handshake at a later date or now. It's up to you. You're welcome to save it.
Jackson.
Jackson, you solved?
Jackson did just submit it. Congratulations, Jackson. Bergen, feel free to grab something.
We're good.
David Wilson.
Bergen did not actually submit the answer.
That's all right. Morgan Newman, you can head on up. You don't have to. It's all right.
Sure love candy.
Who doesn't love candy?
That was incorrect. Don't tell anyone.
I'm guessing you don't have your
Alex Barney. Congratulations. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Cheating is encouraged. Don't cheat. Collaboration is encouraged.
Do we want to offer help to anybody? What? Are we offering help, like officer-based help?
I will figure it out. Also, talk less.
Talk less.
Tyler.
Yes.
Alex would like his candy shipped to Maryland, please. Thank you.
Alex, if you're willing to pay for your shipping, I will absolutely. So we got some Whoppers, we got Twizzlers, and we got Kit Kats. Oh, and Reese's. Joe, feel free to come on up. Twizzlers, I got you. Casey and Dan, head on up. Patrick, Drew.
You should look at Bergen's response.
Oh, we did. You guys got 30 seconds.
If anyone hasn't done it and would like some candy,
Nick Johnson.
do the next one. But I think we're good.
Cut off in 20 seconds. Good luck, guys and gals. Go over the tool. You're like, hey, this is the tool. This is how it generally works. And then give them the flag and then let them go. We don't want them to be good.
Do we have the file ready to post?
Michael Schwartz. Nate Johnson, might have missed you. All right, and that is time. So we are going to move on to our next CTF challenge. And this one is steganography.
Yeah. So now that you've kind of been introduced, if you haven't already, to CTFs, not all of them are this fast-paced. Tonight we're just trying to go fast so that we keep timely to our meeting time. However, most CTFs, I should say, are held often over a couple of days so that you have plenty of time to think through puzzles, consider your options, and most of the time just try a variety of ideas against something without feeling like you're in such a time crunch. One of the other things we covered in our kickoff was steganography. It's one of my favorite things to cover just because it's hiding data in plain sight. When you use cryptography, usually somebody can realize that information is being passed along, but they can't read it. When you're using steganography, you don't even know. So one of the cool things is all the variety of toolkits out there. One of the favorites that I use often is StegHide, just because it's open source and accessible to both Windows, Linux, and I'd assume Mac. I do not have a Mac, so I can't confirm this. It is a command line utility for creating and extracting information from images or audio files, so you can get what's seemingly harmless, maybe just a picture of like a bunny rabbit, but really what's inside is malware. And one malware breach that happened, I think in 2018, used this to its effect. Downside to StegHide is a limitation on file types. You are required to use a JPEG, a bitmap image, or these two audio file formats. It's kind of a toolkit that's hit kind of a stagnation in development, but the goal is in the future to provide a variety of file types. So we have provided, once again, another file to try out. I'm assuming it's been plugged in.
It is about to be posted.
Okay. We have the link here if you missed the first time
Or
for
just
submission.
Google StegHide and download the zip, extract the zip, and you're good to go.
If you're on Windows,
If you're on Windows.
yeah. If you're on Linux, I was going to show you quick how to use the command line. So the command line in Linux provides quite a variety of options towards the way you can move about the computer and modify things. And usually, if you're in a Debian-based distribution, StegHide is in a repository, meaning that you can get it in a simple command. Sudo apt, what?
You're already in sudo.
Yeah, I know. But for everybody else, yeah. Maybe? Nope. Better? Almost? Okay. Can everybody see this? Sudo apt. And you would start by git update, and this is going to update all your Linux repositories and make sure everything is up to date as to what you can install on your system. So it goes through, it's going to throw a whole bunch of gibberish on your screen.
Time to update, because that update takes a while usually. Same with upgrade.
But the next thing you do, sudo apt install, and then StegHide. It's going to run through its things, set everything up, and you're good to go. It is an AUR? Fantastic. If you're an Arch-based distribution, it is also in the AUR repositories. So tonight, StegHide is used on the command line, and now everything is so big.
Does Windows also use it on the command line?
Yes, everything uses it on the command line. If you're in Windows and you download the zip file, open up your command line, use CD to change directory into the file folder that you downloaded and extracted. And once you have your terminal in where StegHide is installed, you can just type StegHide and it should run. A few things you have to note with StegHide is, first, you have to provide an argument. Tonight you'll be using extract. Then you have to provide a flag. This is called a flag. It provides a parameter to the function and modifies its functionality. SF stands for Stago file, meaning that whatever you provide after this is a picture or an audio file containing the information that you're trying to get out. And lastly, on this computer, we downloaded a copy from the Discord and called it stago.jpg. Once this runs, you will type in the super secret password and it'll extract your flag. I believe the entirety of, did you copy and paste the prompt for this?
The images in there.
Just the image. Okay, the prompt is you've been given this future of DSU picture, and somebody said there's a secret about Stago in here, and Stago being the passphrase for the file. So if you have StagHide up and running, all you have to do is apply a command like this, and it should dump your flag. Once again, if we flip back to that QR code, this is how you can submit your flag.
Don't worry about trying to get this one to work a lot. Windows command line is fun-ish.
If you have a whole bunch of questions afterwards, I'd be happy to help you, and we might still have candy for you.
We have plenty of candy.
Yeah.
A common thing with CTFs is that the challenge that you get, the name will generally give you a hint towards what like you're kind of wanting to be doing. And then they've also generally got a description. So for this one, the description would be like Tristan said with the, inside it would have like the password or something either in bolds, italics, or like that type of idea so you know it's something important. Oh, perfect.
Oh, dang it. It doesn't show.
Just leak all the creds.
Never mind.
And basically that would then like tell you where you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to be using for that password. Is anyone running into any issues? We can definitely help out.
Fire away.
If not, feel free to converse. We'll give you a minute and 30 seconds. This one's gonna be tough. Good luck. Oh, question?
Are you running Windows or Linux? Okay, so if you're unfamiliar, you can usually press the start key, type CMD, and hit enter. It should open up a terminal prompt. Where did you download it to? Just downloads, or do you have some place specific? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're gonna want to go CD. Let me actually see your computer just to make sure I know where we're coming from.
All right, he's gonna help. Jackson will help him out with that. In the meantime, feel free to try this on your own. Also, shout out to Connor Ford. Are you in person? Congratulations, you won a crisp handshake and some candy. You're welcome to choose which one. And yeah, get cracking.
Did you?
Crisp handshake.
Okay.
Oh, a man culture, I like it.
Did you?
Shout out to Daniel Ford. Welcome, come up here. Bryston, Alex Barney. I don't know if we'll be able to ship you a second piece. It isn't. It shouldn't be.
That's why I had a prompt.
Yeah. You gonna play some Jeopardy? Actually, I got it on Spotify. Yes, I do. CC Hacking Music.
Yes, sir.
Jackson is cool.
We got one more minute on the board, and then we'll be moving on to the next one.
All right. Looks like we got Gwendolyn, grab some candy, Darren Parker, Haley Crawford, Gabriel. No candy for you, Johnny. Go for it. Stop going after that. I don't care if your second sheet.
That would be really fun.
Okay.
Good to go.
All right. We are going to move on to the second challenge. Third challenge. Feel free to continue working in the background, but we're going to get started on Galen's Discord, I believe. Yes. We're working with Discord.
Cool. So, hello. I did the Discord Lost a File challenge and a few other Discord challenges that some people had problems. Why didn't you like it? Which
works.
part specifically?
This one gave me so many headaches.
Good.
Exactly. That's why I'm explaining it now.
That's the fun of a CTF.
So, the hint, if you got it, was to use the Discord API. So the information you're given is the name of the file and like a message ID type thing. Technically, it's like an upload ID, I think. I don't know. Anyways, you're given an ID and the name of the file. So you should go to the Discord API, which if you go there, it's all of their wonderful docs about their API. Specifically, you want to go to the guild git channels. So this is just an endpoint that, like, if you go to it, it'll spit out all the channels for a specific guild. And then you knew some other information. So you know the guild ID, which is...
Oh, is that Barrett token still valid?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
What's a guild?
Yeah, so in Discord, servers are called guilds internally because, yes. So when you upload a file to Discord, so I don't have any files. Let's see. If we upload a file and upload, say, oh geez, what did you do, Tristan? Interesting. So anyways, we have this file that's been uploaded to Discord. So if you look at this link, it's Discord, attachments, some ID, and then the name of the file. So this ID is the upload ID or something like that. It's not actually the message ID. I mistyped that. And then this is the channel ID. So in Discord, if you enable developer mode, which you can do in the settings, which I will not go to because I am streaming, then you can right-click on a channel and say copy ID. Now you have this channel ID. It's not actually going to be the same because this is just a link cross-posted from a different channel. But still, if you fill in that channel ID, then you can get the link. So in order to extract this using the API, you'd use this endpoint, which we need authentication for. But yeah, so you can use curl. So if you have ever used curl before.
What's curl?
Curl is a command line application to get URLs. And yeah, so yes, it works on Linux and Windows 10 or 11. So we can curl this endpoint. So in the API TLDR, so APIs are like ways of talking to a server that's like from a program instead of as a user. So their API is what's called a RESTful API, which means that there's a bunch of basically websites that you can go to, so some web page, some URL, and then it'll just give you JSON data about stuff. So this endpoint specifically will give you data about different Discord channels in a specific guild. So this is the guild ID, server ID, or you can actually get that by like clicking on the server and saying copy ID. You'd get the correct endpoint to go to from the docs, this one, which is Guild ID channels. And somewhere in the docs, it also says the right specification to use. So it's the discord.com/API/v10/guilds. So you paste in that guild ID you just got, /channels. So this is the whole, there is the whole thing you need to run. Except, yeah, true. There we go. Now you can see that. Except we still need that authorizations header. So it's authorization. Did I spell that? So you need what's called a bearer token, which is kind of complicated, not super important what that means right now. But it's basically like your authentication token. It's how Discord knows that you're actually an authenticated user. And go. So go to discord.com. I'm going to make a new account for this. Ah, crap. Is it going to make me?
Just because you don't want us to hack into your Discord?
Yeah, I don't really need my Discord hacked. So many things, Johnny. Ah, what the hell? They actually want me to verify? Fine, I'll use a different Discord account. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, so you can pull your authentication token out of Discord by watching the web traffic and just looking at some of the requests it makes, and some of them will actually have the authorization header in there, and you can just pull the token right out of that, because yes. So then once you do that, you curl this endpoint. It'll spit out a wonderful JSON object. That looks like it'll look like this. It's just this wonderfully gross JSON object, bunch of data. But the data actually has stuff for each channel. So there's like, the channel ID and the channel name and the description for the channel, which is kind of interesting because some stuff, like this start of semester CTF hidden channel, you can see the description for even though you can't actually see the channel and get a flag. By the way, that's a flag for our CTF. But then to do the file upload one, you just take all these channel IDs and basically brute force the channel ID in that link that you would have had already. So if we go up here and find, well, I'll let you guys find the correct link. But here's a new challenge. There's this file named unknown.png, and the upload ID is that. It'll also be posted in Discord, maybe, eventually. Yeah, I'll post that in Discord in a sec. But see if you can try to get that file. Oop. Yeah.
This is a different channel ID. That's your officers.
Do not be worried if you cannot get the file. This is a interesting challenge.
One of the things about
Come on, man.
One of the things about CTFs is sometimes you're presented with challenges that you have no idea how to approach. I personally had no idea anything about the back end of Discord, and I don't think I got this one that Galen put together. So occasionally, if you're on a team or you're competing yourself with CTFs in the future, sometimes you're provided these crazy challenges, and some of the best places to go are CTF write-ups from the past. Occasionally, they'll steer you in the right direction, or they'll give you a tool that you never heard of before, and provide, almost the way Galen did this evening, a little bit of insight as to how a problem works. So keep that in mind.
Yes, everything has been posted. Feel free to work together. Good luck. This one is not easy. All right. I will give you guys 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Good luck.
Also, if anyone's at the point where you're actually running the command and don't know how to get your token, I can help you with that if you need. Just call me over.
I think it was Curl. Okay, we're gonna call this one quits here. If you'd like to keep working on it, feel free to.
We highly encourage you to, because CTFs are fun, and Galen here's here to help understand if you want to know how to do it for real. But we understand that people have things to do, and
Yeah.
it is approaching 7 o'clock. So
So thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it. We will see you all next week. We will get a general meeting plan sent out. If you haven't joined the Discord, please join the Discord.
also join the Slack. No one uses Slack, but you should use Slack. No one did.